Hello friends, in the today video lecture we are going to study about Coriolis force. What is Coriolis force? So let us start. As we know that Earth spins on its axis from west to east and sun rises in the east and sets in the west. We also know that Earth is a sphere due to which at the equator, the circumference of the Earth is maximum as we compare to the poles. Hence, the rotational velocity of the Earth is maximum at the equator and minimum at the poles. This is due to the reason that Earth has to complete its rotation in the same time. So, the rotational velocity at the center or equator get maximized as compared to the poles. धरती अपने स्थान पर घूमती है वेस्ट से ईस्ट डायरेक्शन में और सन राइज करता है ईस्ट में और सेट होता है वेस्ट में। हम लोग जानते हैं कि जो अर्थ है पेयर शेप में होने की वजह से अर्थ की जो रोटेशनल वेलोसिटी है वो पोल से और इक्वेटर पे डिफरेंट होती है, क्योंकि जो इक्वेटर है वहाँ पे सरकमफेरेंस ज़्यादा है अर्थ की और पोल्स पे कम है। तो अर्थ को एक टाइम में रोटेशन पूरा करने के लिए जो उसका एंगुलर मोमेंटम होगा या रोटेशनल वेलोसिटी होगी वो इक्वेटर पे ज़्यादा होगी और पोल्स पे कम होगी। तो इक्वेटर पे हमारी जो रोटेशनल वेलोसिटी होती है वो लगभग 1600 किलोमीटर पर आवर होती है एंड एट द पोल्स इज़ नियरली 0 किलोमीटर पर आवर। Hence, due to this rotational velocity, winds get deflected. And the force generated due to this rotational velocity is known as Coriolis force. It was given by Coriolis scientist, hence this is known as Coriolis force. This force lead to the deflection of the winds. ये जो फोर्स जनरेट होता है ये विंड्स के डिफ्लेक्शन में अपना अहम रोल प्ले करता है। Winds coming from the north direction towards the equator, they get deflected in the right direction. Coming from the south direction gets deflected to their left side or left direction. Let us now understand the deflection of the winds in the different pressure belts. Let us assume this is our Earth and this is our equator. 0 degree. This is our equatorial low pressure belt. And this is high pressure belt. So the wind will move from here to here. Why wind move from here to here? Due to the PGF, pressure gradient force, which we have already discussed. What is pressure gradient force? When there is a difference between the air pressure of two places, then the winds move from the high pressure to low pressure belt. This is low pressure belt and this is high pressure belt. So wind will move from high pressure to low pressure due to PGF, pressure gradient force. But when the earth rotates from west to east direction, from this direction to this direction, these winds get deflected to their right direction. Winds coming from the north pole towards the equator will deflect to their right, as we see this towards their right. And winds coming from the south direction towards the equator, because this is high pressure belt and wind will flow from here to here due to PGF, pressure gradient force. So in the south hemisphere, wind will deflect to their left, as it was stated by Coriolis, who is French scientist. This is subpolar belt, which is a low pressure belt होती है यहाँ पे. So wind will move from this direction to this direction. Why they will move? Due to the pressure gradient force. When we move from high pressure to low pressure area, so they will deflected towards their right direction. In the northern hemisphere they will deflect toward their right, but in the southern hemisphere they will get deflected toward the left. Understand? So wind will, the actual diagram which we see in the books is like this. This is what the actual diagram. Wind has to move from like this due to the PJ force, but when the Coriolis force is applied, and Coriolis force we have already discussed what is Coriolis force. Due to the rotational velocity of the earth, the Coriolis force is maximum at the equator and minimum at the poles. So this will deflect this side and this will deflect this side. Understand? Now this will again deflect this side, because here is a high pressure belt, here is a low pressure belt. Wind will move from this side to this side, then wind will deflect to their which side? To their right side, and this will move like this. I hope you understand the video. If you want more such educational content from me, so please subscribe my channel. Thank you and see you in the next